Deep in the heart of the Pacific Ocean lies a once glorious ancient city, shrouded in mystery and enigma. Its secrets have puzzled historians and archaeologists for centuries. The beauty of its architecture is a testament to the skills and creativity of a people whose identity is lost to the ages. Nobody knows who built this place. Nobody knows its exact purpose. Nobody knows how it was possible to move these gigantic stones without any modern technology. And yet, here it is, still standing, secretive, mesmerizing, and abandoned. In this video, we're going to finally uncover the mysteries of this incredible place. The Secrets of Nan Madol, the eighth wonder of the world. The ancient city of Nan Madol is located adjacent to the eastern shore of the island of Pohnpei in Micronesia. Of course, the indigenous people of the island have known about this place for many centuries. However, the ruins were first documented by European explorers and missionaries only in the 19th century. The name of the place, Nan Madol, translates as within the intervals, referring to the canals that crisscross the ruins. Since Nan Madol was built on a coral foundation, it is sometimes called the Venice of the Pacific. Just like Venice, the islands of Nan Madol are connected by a network of tidal channels and waterways. The construction of Nan Madol was an extremely ambitious undertaking, considering when it was actually taking place. According to the latest research data, the building of the site started in 1180 to 1200 AD by Pohnpeians. It's made of 92 artificial islets, constructed from millions of stone blocks that have been placed into a lagoon. The core of this site, with its stone walls, is roughly 1.5 kilometers in length and 0.5 kilometers in width. Some of the structures reach as high as 16 meters. The islets were connected by canals and walls. They were constructed of basalt columns, which formed the foundation of walls in the islets. As you can see, the construction of Nan Madol is truly a marvel of engineering and architecture. However, it puzzled researchers and historians for centuries. Some of the stones used in the construction weighed up to 50 tons. How were they transported back then without any modern technology? The stones that were used to construct the site apparently were moved from a volcanic quarry located about 20 miles away from the site. Just imagine, ancient Pohnpei had a population of fewer than 30,000 people. Those basalt and coral rock structures were built approximately between the 12th and the 16th centuries, with a total weight estimated to be 750,000 metric tons. That means that the people of Pohnpei moved on average 1,850 tons of basalt every year for 4 centuries. Just for comparison, 2 cargo ships weigh approximately 2,000 tons. How did they succeed in the transportation of these huge stones? The exact method is still uncertain. According to the most popular scientific theory, stones were likely moved from the mainland to the island via bamboo rafts. However, in 1995, when the Discovery Channel was making a documentary, any attempts to move the stones in this way were unsuccessful. Considering that, it's not surprising that locals still believe that the ancient builders used magic. According to them, a powerful magician used sounds of varying pitches to make basalt stones fly through the air like birds and settle in their spots. Another legend tells us about the giants who were able to move those huge rocks. Of course, for us, this all sounds like some kind of old fairy tale. Although many things about this place are covered in mystery and secrets that are yet to be discovered. As scientists note, this kind of construction, just like the pyramids, didn't help anyone with anything. It didn't help society be fairer or to grow crops or to provide any social good. So what could be the possible reason for constructing a city on a small island with coral reefs that only soar 5 feet above the surface of the water? Why did they build it? Some researchers in the past suggested that Nan Madol is an ancient weather manipulation technology due to the distinctive magnetism of the basalt and the design of the site. The magnetism of the basalt, which is produced by piezoelectricity from the regular seismic activity of the island, causes a coronal discharge. This makes it possible for the Nan Madol complex to interact with the electromagnetic elements of a storm and dissipate it. However, there is no concrete evidence to suggest that this was actually the case. Modern researchers deny this theory. The main version is that Nan Madol was built to serve as a ceremonial and political center by the Sodelur dynasty, which ruled over the island of Pohnpei from the 11th century until 1628. The Sodelurs were originally benevolent leaders, but eventually became despotic. During their reign, the people of Pohnpei continued constructing the Nan Madol for many centuries. This period of history is referred to as the Moine Sodelur, or the time of the Lord of Delur. According to this version, the city of Nan Madol was built by the Sodelur dynasty for a variety of reasons. It was intended to be a spiritual and cultural center, a symbol of their influence in the region. Finally, it was meant to be a place of trade and commerce. Artifacts found at Nan Madol support this theory. Archaeologists found stone and shell tools, necklaces, arm rings, trolling lure, ornaments, drilled turquoise, quartz crystals, lancet and disc-shaped bead necklaces, and pottery. Also, there are large pounders used to process the root of the kava plant into a ceremonial drink. These findings are strong evidence of Nan Madol's significance as the ceremonial center of Eastern Micronesia. The Nan Madol complex is believed to have housed up to 1,000 people. Many of them were priests. It's also important to mention that the complex didn't have any source of food or drinking water. Most probably it was brought from the mainland by the servants. Eventually, the Sodelur dynasty was ended by the cultural hero Isokelakel, who defeated the last Sodelur in a great battle and established a decentralized system of government. However, there are more versions of who built this amazing site. The complexity of Nan Madol has brought up many speculations that the city was actually built by an extraterrestrial civilization. Proponents of this theory point to be the limited scientific knowledge of the inhabitants of the region who could not have engineered such an ambitious project. Additionally, archaeological evidence indicates that the city was once surrounded by a massive wall. And that's something that would have been incredibly difficult to construct without the aid of an advanced civilization. Of course, this theory is mostly considered as a fantasy. But the mysteries of Nan Madol don't end here. This ancient city was eventually abandoned and left to crumble in the tropical climate. What exactly made them leave this place? And the exact reasons for that are still unknown. The main theory suggests that the city was abandoned because of political unrest. As we already mentioned, the Sodelur dynasty, which was believed to have built this city, was overthrown in 1628. By Namwakis at first, they resided at Nan Madol, but had to grow their own food and gather water. Historians believe that this was one of the main factors in the eventual abandonment of Nan Madol. Other theories suggest that the city was abandoned due to a series of natural disasters. The area was constantly hit by a series of tsunamis, floods, and volcanic eruptions, which likely caused a lot of damage to the city. This would have made it difficult to maintain and repair the walls and canals, and it may have eventually become uninhabitable. There is evidence that sacred ceremonies continued until the end of the 1800s. However, it's hard to prove since no written records of the island's history exist. It's been kept alive only by oral tradition. The local practice of keeping secrets is sacred lore. This was one of the obstacles to learning more about the history of Nan Madol. Unfortunately, not a lot of artifacts from Nan Madol still remain to study. In 1874, a shipwreck near the Marshall Islands took numerous crates belonging to Polish anthropologist Jan Kuberovic. Those objects contained much of the island's history, and that's just one of the accidents that made many locals and researchers believe that the place is actually cursed. The curse is believed to be cast upon those who violate the lands. Well, at least that's how the things are, according to legends. The locals tell the following story to hesitant foreigners. In the 20th century, Germans governed the island when Governor Victor Berg entered the sealed tomb on the island and opened the coffin of the ancient island rulers. As the legend says, he found the skeleton remains of giants measuring 2 to 3 meters tall. That night, a wild storm happened. Torrential rains pounded down on the island as Governor Victor Berg lay in delirium, hearing the sounds of a conch shell blowing. The next morning, Governor Berg died. The German physician serving on the island that night could not determine the cause of death, but the natives were certain that his death was a curse from the gods for his blatant disrespect. Today, historians suggest that the governor died as a result of sunstroke and heat exhaustion. But local people still believe that the curse is here and do not recommend anyone to stay on the island overnight. Despite everything, Nan Madol attracts more and more people every year. It became more popular after its inclusion in the UNESCO World Heritage Site list in 2016. Unfortunately, siltation of the waterways is allowing an overgrowth of mangroves, threatening the walls of the structures. Some parts of Nan Madol have crumbled over the last 200 years, with occasional typhoons blowing fragments into the sea. Nowadays, the site is open to tourists. Everyone can enter the place and see with their own eyes this ancient site. Even covered in green, the beauty of Nan Madol is undeniable. The locals hold hope that eventually UNESCO will provide funds to help restore the place. Given the history of Nan Madol, it definitely deserves to become a popular tourist site. After all, it's not called the 8th wonder of the world for nothing.